Hello, Commanders. How are we doing today? I hope you're all doing very well. It is, after all, Arcfall, and we celebrate that with bugs. Scopely's already come out and said, unintended consequences. Alrighty. So, there's me making fun of Scopely's voice. Yes, Rev, I do not have a fancy Scopely avatar with audio, but maybe in the future we'll do something. Anyways, of my own. Anyways, yeah, let's talk about Arcfall. I think there's some interesting stuff in there this month. Good news is there is no new ship this month. I know we had a ship last month, but man, it seems like they just keep shoving those down our throats, don't they? Anyways, let's hop into it. Let's talk about the patch notes, some things kind of in my mind, some interesting things, cool things, and some kind of some of my own little thoughts about whether I think it's helpful to the players or not. But yeah, let's hop into it. Let's talk about it because the players matter. All right, as usual, I sometimes forget my my camera and it gets in the way. So we're starting off with it gone. So for those of you who love my beautiful face, I'm sorry, but I'm just gonna get it out of the way so I don't accidentally cover something up. Let's go ahead. We'll pull up the patch notes. We'll just go through them and I'll share with you my thoughts. First off, I love this shot right here. I think this is badass, honestly. Dagger. I haven't actually watched section 31, but I think it looks pretty sick. So anyways, you can read the little paragraph here. Additions Amalgam. Now I have to be honest, I haven't done an Amalgam in a while. For some of you, this will make it easier. If you've saved up your turn-ins and not spent it on the officer shards, then hopefully you'll have enough to just max it out. I maxed mine out, so I am done with that thing. And I guess the one thing that I should have been doing the Amalgam for primarily, if you're done, is to get those exocomps to help you with the faction rep grinding. It's become a thing for me again in G6, trying to get my rep up. I finally got up enough to get my next ship, the rare ships, so I still need to get the ops. But yeah, more coming on that. As I'm able to unlock new ships, I like being able to share those on stream, here in YouTube, stuff like that. So I am a ship collector of sorts. I just have to have enough faction credits to do it. So we'll see how that goes. Anyways, Amalgam, I think once you've maxed it out, it does have some nice buffs. Trying to remember, let's see if we go in, nope, wrong button, Grand Admiral Hunter Archive. If we hop into the Amalgam Archive, here's what we're getting daily. We're getting parts, guaranteed the plundering exocomp, which if you've maxed it like me, you don't really need that. So that's nice. But if you're going to use it, I guess, then there's a chance. I think this morning I got a 100%. I got one, what was it? I think it was a Klingon one. So ship skin tracker and other things, like if you max on guard warf or not, I don't know. But once again, I think eventually getting enough of these reputation ones stocked up so you can use those when you're farming rep will be helpful. It's increasing your mitigation stats, and we'll have to see. There's not, I don't think, I just kind of claimed it all, but I don't think there's a huge percentage increase in the combat scavenger. For those who don't know, that right there is the ability of the ship to raid. So I have to kind of see how that works out next incursions. May be super helpful for some of you who are trying to get more resources out of bases. Amalgam parts, plundered cargo. Oh, I was confusing. I thought the combat scavenger. Well, I think that is the ship's ability, but we'll have to see how the plundered cargo and the combat scavenger. I'll have to look into that a little bit more to see where, but those should help you with the Amalgam, using the Amalgam anyway. So Good job, Scopely. All I have to say about that in particular is add more stuff to the independent archives. It's been months since we've seen anything, so let's keep adding things. I suggest monthly. You guys can let me know, everyone that's watching my videos, guys and gals. You can, I say you guys, just that's what I say. Yeah, so let me know what you think. What stuff would you like added to the independent archives? So there's the different things that are added there. Oh yeah, plundered cargo. So it's by hostiles when using it. So that's probably when you're going and stocking up on the cargo. Why you need to do it when you have it max, like many people have, then I don't know. But the ship ability is what you're using when you're raiding, I believe. There should be. So new missions, I'll let you look into those. There's some solo wave defense missions. That's interesting. Well, the solo wave defense will be interesting. We'll talk about that in a little bit. There's another article here, I think, about that specifically, but we're just kind of trying to hit the highlights here for you all. Apex Shred. So last year they introduced Apex Barrier. That's an additional, basically, mitigation. They call it true damage mitigation after bonuses have been applied. Every 10,000 points doubles your ship's health. They've added various Apex Barrier to the game. And so now, in both PvE and PvP, they have this shred. Let's see if it gives some notes here. There we go. Countermeasure against the powerful defenses. It's a cutting-edge tech modifier that reduces or even partially nullifies the damage mitigated of the Apex Barrier. So it's the anti-Apex Barrier, I guess. It kind of makes me wonder as I'm going through the patch notes here, when I went through them earlier and I'm sharing with you now. Did they intend this the whole time? Like, let's sell all this crap to the players that will increase their Apex Barrier, and then let's find a way to nullify it. Let's find a way to nerf it. Let's find a way, you know, like, I'm sure they designed the whole thing, and I guess that's, from a business standpoint, that's smart. Let's get them to spend all their money on this new defensive thing so we can balance things out, and then let's take it away. And sell them more stuff to do that. Oh, yay. Okay, so you can let me know what you think in the comment section down below. I kind of felt like adding more Apex Barrier to the game was a good thing in a way, because it helped to kind of balance some components of the game, you know, that were too OP, I guess. Like, for some players, it just helped to lengthen the amount of rounds for PvP, and then it kind of made it so that you could get more officers out of it. So I guess we'll have to see. I guess we'll have to see how effective this is actually going to be to the game. So let me know what you think in the comment section down below. New features solo wave defense. Rediscover wave defense in a new and challenging way solo. I'm actually, in a way, a big fan of this. I happen to be in an alliance that we can do enough wave defenses to, you know, like, to do enough turn-ins for Section 31 and so forth to just make it, like, valuable. But I know there's a lot of people in the game, they're like, Grant, I'm a hunter, and I've talked to them on my stream or other people's streams. They're like, yeah, we don't do those, and we have a stock of these currency, whatever you call it, to start them, but kind of waste because we can't do them. We can't, you know, do it with our alliance. As they've kind of gone forward with arenas and being able to sign on with those in your server, I'd be interested if they change it so wave defense could be done with those in your server, but I've never kind of thought it through, I guess, enough to see the solo wave defense component. I actually really like that. The thing I like about it is I may not, currently as it is, I guess, I may not have the time to find everyone in my alliance, because sometimes I'll want to do a wave defense and there's only a couple of people. It's like, well, we need to get points. Let's see what we can get, see how far we can get. So it'll be interesting. Okay, so but it's going to be interesting because it seems like they're going to have alongside trio dynamic encounters, a new S131 themed central entity, the Barum. Oh, that's going to be in the center. But I wonder if we're going to have, it's going to be, I think they're going to throw out more challenges to us. Not playing nice, buff amplifies their piercing stats, weapon damage, and inherent barrier strength. So that's going to be, I guess, your Apex barrier strength, nullifying the benefits of well-crafted defense crews. Meanwhile, black market armaments boost their isolated damage and defense while simultaneously reducing their opponent's critical damage, a combination that especially troubles Enterprise E and critical focus lineups. So it's going to be more challenging. We'll have to see how we can combat these with different crews, different setups, and see how well it goes. So yeah, ooh, look at that Orion Intercept. I think that looks kind of cool. Okay, so we'll have to see. Looks like it's going to give you, and you're going to have a new, is currency the right word? I don't know, but you're going to get a new ticket to do these. So you can't use the old keys or whatever they call it to do the old wave defenses, the OG ones. You're going to have new ones that you can claim to do that. And there's an update, and we can look at some of those. And I think, let's do that really quick. Thought it was interesting. Some of the stuff I really liked in the Section 31 store. So here's the claim for the solo ones, right? So it's the ciphers. That's what I was thinking of for the old ones. I love that they've put these quantum communicators in here, because that needed additional sourcing in the game for your command center. Desperately needed. Getting to the higher levels is proving quite difficult. You're going to have turn-ins that's going to give you some other credits, which will be nice. Rares India Armada directives, super hard to source by just doing the regular ones, in my opinion. There's a number of PvP, what you call it, forbidden tech, I guess it is. Here you've got some efficiency G5, G6 for the artifacts. Increases Apex barrier against non-armada hostiles. That can be helpful in your game. I like this one here, just to try and get as much as you can out of the Crenum entities. So that is one that's probably worth pursuing. I've tried getting Scotty's Trident Scanner through the premium turn-ins for the artifacts, so it's good to see that here. I think it'll be helpful with the ship parts. Increasing isolate defense per round. This one will be helpful as well, in my opinion. It's going to make things easier in the store here. They've added a number of the recent officers in the game. PvP, it looks like a lot of PvP officers here, which kind of matches the theme. And then there's various favors that they've added, increasing your Apex Shred versus non-armada hostiles. There's various levels of those. Terran reputation to make the arenas a little bit easier. That's actually kind of cool, in my opinion. Increases base cost efficiency of Section 31 credits in the faction store. So always look out for those efficiencies, in my opinion. Looks like they're adding some type of converter to the game for ship parts, which I think is fantastic, can be really helpful, especially if you have a bunch of uncommons, you want to convert to rares and so forth. And increasing the payout of broken ship parts. To explore ship part refineries up to grade 6. So giving more ship parts. More. Thank you. Sometimes it's super hard to get those rares. Huge bottleneck. I think someone had mentioned that is something that was going to come in the game. So super fantastic that they are adding that to the game. So we'll have to see how well that goes and how well it helps us progress. I think that fits along with the theme that they wrong one. I think that fits along with the theme that they're constantly putting out. I think they're constantly trying to do things to push people to the higher levels before they release G7. So that kind of seems to fit there for me. Let's look at the officers really quick here. Giorgio, Section 31 Epic. Loyal to duty on combat start against non-armada hostiles. Increase your Apex Shred by X%. And below deck on combat start against players increases your apex shred by X%. So officer ability, not a captain ability, but increasing your apex shred. So that can be helpful. I'm guessing we'll have to see how well that helps you get through. But I'd have to look. I don't remember off the top of my head, but it seems like not every hostile has the apex barrier. I mean, it's obviously something they've added to a lot in the game, so we'll have to see where that is useful in the game specifically. Increases, let's see, officer and below deck ability. So once again, not captain's ability. Increases base loot from non-armada hostiles by X%. So we'll have to look at the percentages on that. We'll probably do some separate videos on these officers as well. But we'll have to look at the base loot, how much that is actually going to increase. If it's significant enough, it may be helpful for your regular armada, or not armada, your regular PvE red triangle grinding. Let's see, on combat start against battleship hostiles, increase your apex barrier by X%. So specifically if you're targeting battleship hostiles, okay, I like some officers that can hit multiple types, not just one specific type. This is against interceptor hostiles, so we've got a theme there. And let's see, apply a random state to the enemy for 3 rounds. I don't know if I like that one. And it's an X% chance. We'll have to look at the percentages. So we'll try and do some more videos on these specific officers. Chaos Tech, looks like we have some new stuff here. Godsend against hostiles, increasing base damage, decreasing kinetic damage at the start of each round against hostiles, and apex shred. So interesting there. We've got a theme with the apex shred. This is uncommon control, increases protected cargo, so that can be helpful. And against hostiles, increases ship XP. So we'll have to look and see how much that actually helps. The ship XP may be something that's helpful, but I don't know. I don't like switching my tech around because it's so costly. And I don't really have a huge issue on my server, at least, or I haven't seen it, where I'm hit frequently. So if you are, maybe this one is helpful. But for the most part, I'm kind of meh on that. You'll have to let me know if you agree or disagree down below. Rare Tothium Mines, when hit by a critical hit, increases isolated defense, increases raw Trillium A and D loot from Mirror Universe hostiles. That could be helpful for some people. I have found, though, that as my as my protector, the NSCA protector has gone up in level, I actually get plenty of this. So I rarely go to Mirror Universe to farm. You'll have to let me know if you do differently, but I just don't see a need for that in the game. But I guess anything that's going to help us have less time in the Mirror Universe or doing hitting hostiles adds some level of, I don't know, like value in the game as far as, okay, I don't have to spend hours and hours and hours hitting hostiles. So there is something to that. And critical damage against Mirror Universe hostiles. So that's interesting. Primes, Apex Shred PvP, Covert Procurement, and Encrypted Section 31 credits. So more credits can be helpful to advance your game quicker. Increasing cost efficiency of G4, G6 when upgrading buildings. Once again, pushing us to higher and higher op levels. It's all there. So Primes, you'll have to let me know if you think anything there is valuable. From a mostly free-to-play, I'm just not going to get any of these. I mean, I know I'm cheap, but I don't make that much money doing my YouTube videos. I've got to be honest. So it's probably not going to happen. But the most valuable one, I think, there is probably the Section 31. But for you PvP buffs, maybe this Apex Shred is going to be super valuable to you to dominate in the PvP area thing. So artifacts, increasing, let's see, Star Dispatch increases base research cost efficiency for G4 to G6 materials. Once again, we have all these, they keep adding more and more and more efficiencies to make us go up in ops levels quicker, I think. Emperor Ceremonial Uniform, cost efficiency for Omega Meridus. That stuff is hard to get and to level. That's taken quite some time. So I recently maxed my original mirror dust, like the first mirror dust that came out, or not the what epic, rare, uncommon, or whatever. So that could be helpful as an artifact. Gorn Eviscerator parts, absolutely, because getting the ship getting the Eviscerator upgrade is a pain in the butt. So interdimensional data when used on research nodes. Okay, Section 31 beacon increases shield health for all ships. So of the artifacts, I think this right here for the cost efficiency is actually the most valuable, I would say, of those three. But you have to let me know what you think in the comment section down below. I think that one could be helpful if you were going to spend and unlock something. So, and then there's all these like bug updates. We won't go into those in this video. So that is the patch notes for this arc. So there's new officers. This Apex Shred is obviously a theme here. We'll have to see how well that goes. If it's super like helpful, super frustrating for everyone. I think trying to unlock those officers, we'll have to see how the spend events go. Are they going to plan it like they did last month, where they have a spend event that goes for like the whole arc, which I think is super helpful, because then I don't have to try and rush everything all in one weekend. And especially for G6, where I've got like, it costs 1.5 million Latinum per day speed up. I can only speed up so much because it's costly. So we'll have to see how well that goes. Are they gonna go back to the old, we'll do one each weekend and you just cross your fingers and pray to whoever deity up above that you pray to and just hope that you can get enough to get an unlock. I don't know. We'll have to see how it goes. Solo wave defense, we'll have to see how well that goes, how difficult it proves for the player base to actually unlock things, and how engaging it's going to be. And then obviously we have the regular events that hopefully they'll keep coming out with, one for the NSCA Protector with invading entities, the non-armadas, I guess we're calling them, tournaments, things like that. So we'll see how this month goes. Hopefully it's a good month. I'm cautiously pessimistic as always. Not cautiously optimistic. I've gone away from being cautiously optimistic. We'll just stick with being cautiously pessimistic, and we will see how this month goes. Hopefully it's a good one. Hopefully you'll be able to see some good progression in your game, and you'll enjoy the month, even if you are a low spender or a non-spender, all the way up to the mega whales. Hopefully it's a fun month for everyone, and we'll enjoy the content, and hopefully there's not too many bugs that they'll be able to figure out quickly today. Anyways, we'll look forward to you in the next video, as obviously we have some officers to look at and some things to kind of analyze and try and explore a little bit this month with you all. So we will talk to you later.